One of the biggest problems I have with AI content creation is consistency, and I'm pretty sure I solved that here using workflows inside of Runway ML. I'm going to show you this using product photography. So I have my little mug here and I took some photos of it, and now I took those photos and I brought them into Photoshop and I created a plate so I can give the AI inside of Runway as much details as I can to work with. Now, once we are inside of Runway, we are going to go over to the workflow tab, and here we are going to come up here to new workflow. Now, what exactly is a workflow? So a workflow is basically a creative pipeline. So you can choose different models and have those models talk to one another in order to maintain a consistent look across all the photos and videos that you are creating. In here, I can choose from a bunch of different nodes. So we have video nodes. So I have all my video generating models in here. I have all my different image models. I have audio models even. So if you have to do voice replacement or even dub a video. And I also have text. So here I can use Claude, Gemini, or simple text in order to create prompts. So in order to just show you quickly what a pipeline may look like. So I'm going to just come in here. I'm going to just click on a text. And now text is going to be a prompt, right? I need to tell something to do something. So from here, what I like to do is I like to put it into another text or a LLM such as Gemini. Gemini is going to tell the other AI models a lot more description than I am going to be able to provide to them, right? So for instance, if I bring in an image here, I'm going to just bring in a simple image and I'm going to just put it above this prompt here. And then I'm going to bring in another image and I'm going to put that down below. So because we are talking about this product photography, I'm going to just select my image in here. Perfect. So this is the template plate that I created earlier of my coffee mug. And then I have a couple of different coffee shops, right? So I have some cafe photos and I'm going to just insert one of these cafe photos here. In order for me to create the best image possible, I'm going to want Gemini to combine these two images. I'm going to just come over here and for my prompt, I'm going to just simply write, create a prompt that will take the images of the mug in the first reference image and place it in the cafe style setting, similar to the cafe photo and reference of image 2, output to a JSON. So I'm outputting this to a JSON because a JSON is a language that the AI model, the photo generating model, is going to understand the best. I'm going to just simply take this and I'm going to attach this node into the text prompt. I'm going to grab this image because it is image 1 of the mug. And now I'm going to grab my cafe photo and I'm going to put that into image 2. And I'm going to run this. Perfect. So now you see I have a JSON and this has a lot more detail than I was able to give. So if I zoom in here, you could read it, a close-up shot of light on a pink mug that is stating KLVN Coffee Lab and a person riding a bicycle graphic similar to reference image 1, placed on a wooden table in a stylish cafe. The background features a brick wall, lush green plants. Right, so this is a lot more detail than I was able to get it, and it was able to draw that just from the two images I was able to feed it. So now from here, we are going to create the image. We're going to combine the image using this workflow. So in order to do that, we are going to create a new node and I'm going to go to image here and we're going to use Nano Banana 2 for this. So I'm going to just simply put Nano Banana right there and I'm going to take this prompt and I'm going to connect it using the green dial right there. And we are going to take our image 1 again and we're going to select it into image 1 right there. And now we are going to take our image of the cafe, grab it and put that into image 2. So now we have this JSON prompt in Gemini telling Nano Banana to use this mug up here and use a similar aesthetic to the cafe right here. So now we're going to run this, and if you want to change the aspect ratio, you can do so here. So you can click on this dial up here, change the resolution. I'm going to bump this up to 4K and we are going to leave this in 16:9, but you can see you choose a bunch of different aspect ratios. This is great because if you're posting this image to multiple different social media accounts, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, you can choose the correct aspect ratio for the one you are going for. And we're just going to do 16 by 9 to keep it simple right now. Done. And we're going to run this. Now, while this is running, I will show you another workflow, which I already built. So if I come over here, you could see I was able to test a couple of different models to see what photo I like the best, right? So this is cool because you can create a Nano Banana one, a Gronk one, and a GBT image 2. And you could really see what photo you like the best. And again, for this one, I ended up liking the Nano Banana photo the best, and I moved forward with that. But really, it's cool because you test different models all in one workflow. Now I can click on this image here, and you could see we are able to place our mug in this similar style coffee shop. Now, if you look at the image that I was able to create in Nano Banana 2, you can see this is really great because I gave it a great reference image to look after. If I zoom in here, you could even see the texture that is still on the mug. Now, this is one of the reasons I really love to create my own images to give for the product shot. And I think if you give it a lot of details, it is going to maintain a lot of those details. And this is really great if you're doing a lot of product photography and a lot of product videos coming out of Runway. So now let's say we have this photo, it looks great, and we want to transform this into a video. So this is what's so great about workflow is now I can just come up here and I can create a video node, and I can come all the way down to, I like to use SeeDance 2. I think that one works the best with Nano Banana 2. Sometimes it's easier just to type it in, the model you would like to use. Okay, perfect. So now we have a SeeDance 2 model. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to connect the photo here, and I'm going to put it into reference image 1. Perfect. And now we need a prompt, right? So, but because I already have the reference image here, I'm not going to go into too much detail with the prompt. So let's just move these nodes up so we can stay a little organized. Perfect. We'll put that up there. And now we need a new text prompt, right? So I'm going to just do this and I'm going to put it down below. And generally when I'm working in workflows, I like to work left, right. And that way, if I have to go back, I can go back and review what went into image model, and I can change it if I need to. So now I have this simple prompt here, and we're just going to write, add some movement to the image in reference 1. This is a very simple prompt, and we're just going to put that into the SeeDance 2 prompt. And now I'm going to come in here and zoom in a little bit so I can change some of the settings on the SeeDance prompt. So we're going to do aspect ratio 16 by 9 because that is the same aspect ratio as our image. 5 seconds is fine. 720 is perfectly okay. And now we are just going to run this. Now I'm using this in credit mode just so I can go a little bit faster for this tutorial, but you can use this in explore mode, which is also great because you can let it run for a little bit and work on some other tasks and come back and your video is going to be done. Okay, cool. So our video is done now. So let's just see what this video looks like. So you can see that it added some music and it gave you a slow zoom in of the mug in this coffee shop, which looks pretty cool. Perfect. So that's great because now this is ready to go out on social. And if you did want to upscale this, one thing I like to do is use the Topaz. So I can come in here and create a new node, and I can add Topaz, and Topaz is going to allow me to upscale this to 4K. So now if I take this video, drag my node from SeeDance over to Topaz, I could run this, and now it is going to upscale this to 4K quality. And now you can see that it is upscaled a little bit. Now if I go back over to my other workflow, it is finally complete. Now if I were to come in here and play this video that we created using SeeDance, let's see what it looks like. That's very cool. I really love how they're able to keep the texture of the mug and also keep the graphics that are on the front and the side. I think it looks great, and I think it is ready to be posted onto social. Again, I really like to work in the workflow of text to Gemini, Gemini to Nano Banana, Nano Banana to SeeDance, and then SeeDance to Topaz to upscale my images and my photos. Again, I think using workflow is really going to help you maintain a consistent look when it comes to a product or a brand. So definitely give this a try. And if you have any questions about this workflow or any workflow, I'll try to answer them the best I can. Please leave them in the comment section below. And if you're not already, follow me over at Substack because I am posting some of my prompts over there. It's colebalaki.substack.com. Please follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I would love to see you guys over there too. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.